My other grandfather, George Gracie, he joined the Irish Inniskilling Fusiliers, the Royal Irish Inniskilling Fusiliers, and he joined 1907, so he was an officer. And he survived the war, although he was one of the old contemptibles. And as an old contemptible, when he got back here, I mean, the British were called contemptibles by the Kaiser because they thwarted the German victory. They tried to do an end around Belgium and come in behind the French, and it was the British that stopped them and their allies. So the contemptibles set up a branch office in British Columbia, and my grandfather was the head of the old contemptibles here. Of course, they all passed away eventually.
That's Gracie?
Yeah, Grandpa Gracie. But as such, he had a friend, and his friend was Edward, who was prince and later king. And when Edward would come up to work his farm, which is in Alberta, he had a ranch. Sometimes he would drop by, and Grandpa once went fishing with him, much to the chagrin of the RCP, because the RCP were always watching where Edward was. And him and Grandpa went on a fishing trip up Indian Arm and kind of were undetected by anybody. It created some worry. None of that is in the news anywhere, and I have never found anything. It's just one of those family histories. But as I think my grandfather was he was the first civilian, or the first person to see the king when he came out. He was at the door wearing his Busby hat, and it's Biff.
Yes, Busby hat.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
When the king was coronated and came out. So he was there for that event, my grandfather.